Hi there, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life. My name is Melanie and today is another stash revival. This is turning into one of my favorite collaborations. This is done with Colleen Cornett over at Colleen Cornett. The link to her YouTube channel is in the description below. And we're pulling out some of our tools and items in our stash that maybe have never been used, ideally, you know, to get them used, or we used them so little that we forgot we even used them. In the last video, I promised I would do some scrapbook layouts, and so I thought for this month we would switch things up and I would pull out some page kits and we'll use some stamps, dies. I'm not sure exactly which because I haven't quite gotten that far yet at the time of recording this intro, to embellish the pages. And what I'm going to work on is the typical month in review for 2025, only I'm doing a quarter in review. So I'm going to combine 3 months into one 2-page spread. I went through my photos earlier and I just don't have a ton, but I do have enough that I still want to do some sort of documentation. So they're going to be double page spreads, and what I thought maybe we would start with is the base pages that I'm going to make using the kits. It's all coming together, you guys. And then I'll go print some photos, and then we'll figure out what unused items in my stash we're going to use to embellish. So up first, I have this page kit. It is a summer themed. This particular paper from Jelly Bean Soup. Orange Juice is from 2011, and it's got all summer words in here, so this is definitely going towards a summer layout, although really living in Southern California, it doesn't ever get much colder than summer. You know what I mean? Like, it's always nice. I also have Alphabet Soup Vegetable Juice from 2009 with a stripe. And then I have Jelly Bean Soup Staples 3 coordinating paper, and this is from 2014. And Watermelon Gazpacho Soup coordinating paper, and this is from 2011. So we've got assorted colors, and I'm going to go and put a base page together using these items, and then I will show you that, and we'll move on to the next one. I'm not sure how the video is going to come out, but anyways, there's going to be some element of me showing you the kit, the base page, and then the item or stamp set that I'm using, and then the completed layout. I've yet to decide the order, but you'll know right now. Okay, so here's my base page, the way it's starting off. These are just very lightly tacked because I don't know exactly what I want to do with photos, but I'm thinking 4 4x6 and 1 3x3 is probably plenty. I purposely positioned them this way because this says here summertime is the best time, so I thought that would be kind of fun to have visual. And then I'm thinking probably some sort of embellishment cluster here, something over in this corner, and then maybe something down here. That's what I'm thinking. So this is one layout ready to go for photos. Let's see what I do next with it. Okay, so for this layout, I used Concord and 9th Blended Blooms die set. I used one of the samples for kind of the layout on this side. I did use some glitter alpha stickers. Now, could I have used, you know, some of the alphabet die sets that I've never used? Yes, I definitely could have, and that probably would have been more fitting with the theme, but, you know, this took a long time, you guys. And I got stuff to do, so I'm happy with how it turned out. The journaling I added up here in the corner. Again, I matted that. I picked one of the colors. When I was doing this, I had my little cardstock layering pieces here, primarily the 3x4 pieces. I just had that kind of tucked off to the side, and that's how I color matched and then used those to die. Cut out the flowers. Now, I did not do anything other than straight die cutting them. I didn't do any ink blending or juice them up in any sort of way, which I think would have elevated this even more, but I'm really happy with how these look, and I'm okay with not taking that extra step. This page kit is actually from a video that Nikki and I had done where we were doing a knockoff kit based on a Vicky Boutin collection. And so I have 4 different papers here. I honestly don't remember where everything came from. I want to say this might be Stampin' Up, but I don't see their logo anywhere, so not sure on that one. It might be a paper pad. This is Doodlebug Under the Sea from, there's no year on this one, so I can't tell you. And this is My Mind's Eye Confetti. This is old. Yeah, 2007. Parade You and Me with Dots. And then I think this was the same paper pad as this one. Maybe it was a Park Lane or a Recollections or something. It's nice thick cardstock. Anyways, that's what I'm going to play with for this next layout. Okay, so this one I've also done with 5 photos. I did add a couple horizontal just to give myself some options. Now I don't know which quarter which layout is going to go, so other than the one that I just did, should probably be in the summer. But the rest of them I think could be pretty neutral, so yeah. I'm anticipating, you know, a big embellishment here and maybe something over here and maybe one more up here to get a visual triangle. Maybe a title or something, you know, the months, which is probably what's going to be like January to March or something like that. Okay, let's see how this one turned out. Okay, so here's how my first quarter turned out. I used the multicolored stripe layout. So I pulled out this die set. This is from Spellbinders. I think it was one of their monthly subscription items. Let me see what it says. Yeah, large die of the month from February 20, not sure what year that is. It's kind of written, or, oh, February 22, there you go. Typing Class is the name of it. And I'm not gonna lie, these take way longer when you're making all the embellishments than if you use store-bought ones, but I do love how the colors all work. And I ended up making 3 different clusters. This one over here is basically the same layout as the inspiration that was provided, and I tucked in the cardstock in the typewriter and then put the title on here. This would also make a really cute journaling spot, but I opted to put the journaling over here down in the bottom. Happy with how that one turned out. I got so excited about playing with this next kit that I forgot to share it with you before I started cutting into it. So this paper here, which was Pink Fresh Paige Evans Lovely Lanes. This is a newer purchase for me. I think this was just last year, 2025. Yeah. And then you can see I've already cut it into a couple pieces. And then I've got Photo Play Frostival Warm and Cozy. This is by Becky Moore, and do we have a date on it? I don't see a date. I think this is at least a couple years old, but not too old. And then also from Paige Evans, Lovely Lanes, The Life You Live, this purpley pink. Okay, now I can go back to what I was doing and I'll show you the base page here in a minute. Okay, so this is how this one turned out. It's looking a little crazy. You just have to keep in mind that most of this pattern will be covered with a photo. So I have 3 4x6 photos and 1 3x3. And I was using a sketch for this one and it called for paper to be mounted like a mat. And I didn't have enough, obviously. You saw the kit. So all I did was I just trimmed 1/4 inch strips, and I didn't even miter the corners. I just kind of staggered them, and I don't even think you would really know unless I hadn't told you, right? So again, I probably got some big cluster here, maybe something down here and another one up here is kind of what I'm thinking. Let's see what I did with this layout. This is the Pink Fresh paper layout, and I use this Concord and 9th Picked Posy, just a die set. And this embellishment cluster here is very similar to this image, but then the rest of them were kind of, you know, my own iteration of the die cut pieces. And for this one, I opted again to just tuck in the journaling in a small box. Because there's so much white on this, I opted to matte the journaling just so that it would pop a little bit more. And then I've got the title that kind of comes, so we've got this whole corner of this layout to balance the busyness on this side. another one. I'm really happy with how it turned out. You'll notice that I do collages just to make it work with the layout. I didn't have to, you know, go outside the original plan or reposition anything, and that makes it a little bit easier. But again, you always have options. Just because you just, you know, when you first did your base, you know, you had stuff positioned. If you don't glue it down really tight, like with a lot of adhesive, you have options. Okay, so the next kit that I pulled is this one here that features Good Things Ahead from the Hip Kit Club. It's got the hearts and then a grid. This is from Echo Park Birthday Wishes, Boy Stripes. And then I have this one, which is also from Good Things Ahead, Sweet Opportunity. And I'm thinking this, but I'm not opposed to switching it up if it makes sense. I think that would work as well. So I think that's what I've got to play with. Let me go put this together and I'll be right back. I found a sketch. It is from Create by Jennifer, close to my heart. I found a sketch online and it called for one more pattern and it was a wood grain. So I found this wood grain in my stash and I like that it has this kind of bluish tinge in it. I think it plays off some of the different shades of blue in here. This is from Hip Kit as well. It is called Bohemian and it is from Flourish. So one more piece. Okay, now the next time you see me, it should be all laid out. Okay, so here's what I came up with. Again, these are just tacked down quite lightly, so I can pull them up if need be, and I can reorient them if I need. But right now I'm thinking, you know, along these lines. This one only has so-called spots for 3 photos, but I can always add two by 2s on here if I have a lot of photos, or I can do collages. And as far as embellishments go, I'm thinking, you know, a title and some sort of embellishment here, embellishment up here, maybe some journaling, and then another embellishment cluster over here. Okay, now for the fun part. And those of you that know me, it's printing photos. Okay, let me get going. Okay, this is the last layout, and this featured Spellbinders Be Bold Blooms. Again, same design, just transferred it onto the layout. This one is a slightly different configuration, but why reinvent the wheel twice when you already have something to inspire you? And I really like how this one turned out as well. I really love this sprig. And I was talking to my friend Susie about it. I said, I don't know why I like it so much. I mean, obviously it's like, I think it's pretty, but I'm wondering if maybe it's because there's no white edge around them. So when you use die cut ephemera, there's always that white border around your flowers and florals, and that with that not on here, it actually makes the flowers pop a little bit more. I don't know. What do you guys think? I tucked in the journaling over here, and again, I did collage a couple photos to make them work. And yeah, that is it. So I do also have a bunch of other bits and pieces left over. Some of these I'm missing pieces to make them fully work. Others will work as is. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I think what I will probably do is hold on to these for Smash or Stash, which is coming up on the 7th, which is to use embellishments, whether it's homemade or bought. So maybe you'll see some of those items resurface over there. I think that is going to be it for today's stash revival. I used 4 die sets that I have never used before, so I'm super thrilled with that. Be sure to check out Colleen's video, and until next time, happy crafting.